Hello, my YouTube friends. Alright, I have had questions about my heater. It is a Camco Olympian Wav3 catalytic safety heater. I have used it for 5 years. This would be winter number 6. I have actually ordered a second one because I'm not sure how to fix this one. Now, it could be my connectors. I've worked with it yesterday because I've been having an issue with it'll light, but it won't stay lit. So I worked with the connectors and cleaned the connectors and reconnected it and worked with it last night, and it seemed to have done better. But we've got some wicked cold weather coming, and I went ahead and ordered another one just in case. So if I'm going to replace a Wav3 with a Wav3, that should be telling you that yes, I like this heater. So that's what I'm doing. But with this heater, I have the dust cover. Okay, I ordered that when I ordered the heater because we want to keep it as clean as we can. I ordered the little L-shaped bracket, this here, because I knew how I was going to have it hung up originally. This is the second setup. But this hose, you cannot crimp that. It would not work very well crimped. You don't want to crimp it. So the hose actually goes back up underneath the bed. There, I got my flashlight. So it goes back up underneath the bed. And there is plenty of leeway here. There's a lot of play to it. So it's not bound down or anything. Nothing's laying on it. So let's go around to the back side and I'll show you the rest. I really wasn't going to do this outside because the wind has been blowing and it's been so cold. But guys, look at that sky. Look at that. It's nice out here. Okay, so let's see if we can see this. Got my trusty little flashlight this time, and you can see that the hose goes up underneath the bed. This is just got some wires in it, but there's nothing laying on the hose. Plenty of leeway, plenty of play there. I have a 20-pound propane tank. I just filled it up yesterday, and it'll be good for probably about 2.5 months, if not more. The hose needs to have this regulator on it with the Wav3. This keeps your pressure low on the gas. And if you don't have this, the heater will not light up. I found out the hard way because the first hose that I had did not have one of these. So I had to order another one. It is a safety heater. So like I said, it will not light if you don't have a regulator on here to control the pressure. If anything is really wrong, if there's a lighting issue, if your connectors are messed up, I mean, it is a safety heater. So it's not going to light if there is an issue. So if you have it and it doesn't light, you got to figure out what the issue is. And if it's new, 9 times out of 10, it's probably just going to be your connectors. Unless it's some kind of fluke heater that wasn't put together right or something. But I've had no problems with it until recently, until I hooked it up and it doesn't want to stay lit. So I worked with it yesterday and I think I've got it situated for now. I did order another one to take its place just in case it doesn't want to work. Like I said, I've had it for 5 years. And even though I work full-time, so I'm not running it full-time. It's just run mostly at night. I'm just replacing it with another Wav3 heater. That's how much I like it. So let's go back in. It's getting chilly out there. It's supposed to be down in the 30s tonight. By the weekend, by Friday night, it's supposed to be down in the 20s. And then by Sunday night, I think it is, supposed to be down in the teens. So I felt the need to go ahead and order another heater. And I am replacing it with another Wav3 but I won't have it until Tuesday. So I'm hoping this little guy here will work for me until I get the new one. It's been a very dependable heater, very comfortable. I can run it all night long on low, keep the windows up front, the driver's side and the passenger side over here. I keep the windows open probably about 1/2 inch, just to where we can have some airflow in the van. If you don't have the air circulation going on, it will shut off because you will run out of oxygen. Yeah. So that's one of the safety issues. So you're not really going to suffocate with it because it will shut itself off. Now, there is something else that you need to have if you've got any kind of heater in your vehicle. You need a carbon monoxide alarm. And this little dude is loud. It screams every time I change the batteries. You can press that button and test it. Or you can just change the batteries and everyone in the parking lot will know that you set off an alarm. Having said the parking lot, I am sitting in my parking lot at work. I was going to go in and get a few things, and I got sidetracked. I haven't made it in yet. But you do need a carbon monoxide alarm just in case. Because if you have, even when the heater's not running, if you have an issue with the tank, something's leaking, it's going to set it off. So you want to have as many safety guards as you can. I mean, don't go overboard. I also have a fire extinguisher, and it sits in the passenger door up front. You know, you always have these little compartments hooked to the bottom of the door. It's sitting in that. It is easy access. And despite the fact that I've had it for ever since I moved in here, so that's been since September, October of 2018. And I do check it every once in a while, and it's still good. So, but that's the heater. It's a nice little heater. Get you low and high. But it is a nice little heater. I did consider ordering a Wav3, but I think it was really more the cost that prevented me from going up the next step, and the fact that I have been happy with this heater. So they have the Wav3, they have a Wav6, and now they have a Wav8. So if you have a bigger van or an RV, the 8 would be a good way to go. But I have a cargo van that is a build no build, and this is pretty adequate. A couple years ago we had an Arctic blast come through that it was terrible. It was below zero, wind blowing, icy. It was horrible. And with this thing running on high all night long, and me having my 10-degree Coleman sleeping bag that I find so comfy and so warm, I still could not stay warm. So after the first night of that, I stayed in my daughter's RV and stayed toasty warm, and got back in the van a couple nights later and back to using my Wav3. But that's the only bad experience that I've had. I really thought I was going to freeze to death that night, but it was too cold. It was just too cold, period. Could not get out of the van to go to the RV that night. It's just like, I suffered through it. But, yep, If you have any other questions about anything I have in the van, or if you have any questions about the van period, and you want to know anything, just hit me up in the comments, ask me questions. I'll do special videos just on whatever you want to ask me about. Whatever you want to ask. In the meantime, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and help the station grow. I appreciate y'all watching. Like I said, leave a comment, leave a question. I'll get back to you. And we'll do a video just on whatever you want to know. All right. Ta-ta.